her face. I found my sister in the living room and asked her what happened. She immediately blamed my niece and said she'd talk to her about it. I told her this was the last time. Yesterday, my wife had an ultrasound appointment. We spent an hour at the doctor's office and drove home talking about baby names. I'd stopped at the store on the way back and bought more fruit even though I'd just restocked 2 days ago. We walked in the front door, and there's my sister sitting on the couch with the container of strawberries in her lap. She's dipping them in a bowl of sugar and scrolling through her phone like she's watching TV in her own house. My wife stopped walking. She looked at the strawberries, then looked at my sister, then looked at me. She said, "I'm going to go lay down," and walked straight to our bedroom. The look on her face made my chest hurt. My sister goes, "Oh, I only had 2, as if that makes it better." I told her she needed to leave. She put the container down and stared at me like I'd just said something in a foreign language. I repeated myself. She said, "You're kicking me and your niece out over fruit," and laughed like it was the most ridiculous thing she'd ever heard. I told her yes. She had 1 hour to pack her stuff and get out. She stood up and started yelling about how I was being cruel and how she's family and how dare I choose fruit over my own sister. I didn't argue with her. I just stood there and waited. She kept going for another few minutes, then finally stomped off to the guest room. 45 minutes later, she came back out with 2 suitcases and my niece trailing behind her looking confused. My sister slammed the door on her way out. I went to check on my wife and she was asleep.